Hello everyone. Hi, this is the weekly session. So, I hope that this week was great for you in trading. So, last week we discussed few of the sectors and stock. We will revisit what we discussed last week and how the stocks performed this week. And we will obviously then discuss what we look forward for the next week. And then I will take few questions in last 10-15 minutes. So, audible to all of you? Mm, want to see whether just a second. Mm, yeah. So how was the last week in trading? How was the last week? How did you fare in last week in trading? How much money it was good for you? Okay, great. Good evening. Yeah, good evening to all of you. So this is Shorodhi. So great to hear that you had a good last week. So let us discuss that we discussed what were the sectors that at the stocks we discussed, and apart, yeah, last week video was uploaded. Ganesh, I think audio is fine for most of the people. So if it is echoing a little bit on your end, then I will suggest you to log out and log in again. Ram Nivazi. Okay, great. So let us first see what the Nifty and Bank Nifty did this week. So first I will shift to weekly chart. Okay, so this is the weekly chart. Just a second. Yeah, resizing the chart. So as we discussed that probably it is going towards this 14,400 level. It continued its up move this week. If I go to the daily chart for once again, I will see that first 3 days were very good up move, I would say. This is the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then it kind of dojis on these 2 days because the global markets were selling. And don't make any mistake that if I look at the flow once again. So if I'm going to the StockEdge, if I cash buying and I want to see this, so this is tsunami of money. See, last time this 22,000 is one of the highest in the last 10, 12 years. Okay, since 2008. So last year was 65,000 last month. So this month maybe again close to 50,000, 60,000 can happen the way the flows are right now happening. Obviously, the foreigners who are coming from Europe and USA, they will go for holidays for Christmas. So maybe 23rd or 22nd onwards, we will see light activity in the main segment of the market and heightened activity in the mid caps where the domestic HNIs and domestic participants are more active, or fund houses are more active. We may see less activity in the Nifty side and more activity after 22nd for the 10 days. We may see that kind of activity. But at least again, today is 11th. The market is reopening on 14th. So from 14th to 22nd, 23rd, we may see heightened activity in this Nifty and Bank Nifty space for the next 10, 12 days. And as you can see that it is every day, like right now 13,400 is a good support. So would like to show you the hourly chart for a second in this. So you can see that these levels, 13,400 is being actually supported for quite a few times. And I think uh, this is now in general a very good support. And if I look at the weekly chart, uh, I see no reason that maybe there can be one, two subdued candle, but overall the Nifty should be moving towards 14,000, 400, or even this is another trend line. I'm not just deleting it for now. So maybe 14,700. This is the zone that I'm looking for because of this breakout that had happened. So this is the weekly chart. Okay. So possibly we are heading towards this. So a very substantial up move coming on the back of huge liquidity that is being pumped across uh, the globe. This week only, if we saw that the global, the Japan in Japan they announced 700 billion USD worth of stimulus. So this is huge. If Japan is giving 700 billion, Japan is almost one third, one fourth size of the US economy. You can expect the US economy to at least again shell out 1.5 trillion to 2 trillion. And so huge liquidity. Add to that what GBP, what ECB would do, what the Bank of England would do. So it is huge, huge liquidity that is coming towards the market, and possibly market will continue to rise towards this thing. A slight look at the Bank Nifty also. It also did similar thing. So we told you that we are expecting this 32,500, 600 level if yeah, if Bank Nifty continues to rise, we are expecting 13,000. Sorry, 33,000, 34,000 into the market. And the fifth wave that we have drawn. I'm not going into the Elliott wave because it is again a little bit difficult, and I don't want to go into it, but familiar to a wave count that I have been doing, so I think that there is a possibility from 32,700 to 35,000, the magnetic can easily go, and that can happen within next 7 8 weeks. So in 2 months, by mid of February, I think it can go towards 35,000, 32,700 to 35,000. So the momentum continues on that side. If you remember that last week we discussed that the most bullish sector that was looking to us was Nifty FMCG. So look at what Nifty FMCG did this week. So I'm showing you this. So this is what Nifty FMCG did this week. Okay, and this is likely to continue. This is likely to continue. This is likely to continue for 10% at least more. At least it looks like. Nothing is at least, but yeah, it looks it can continue for 10% more. So 36,000, 36,000, 37,000, it can continue to earn. So if we look at the stocks that we had discussed last week, if you remember, and if you have traded, so Hindi Unilever that we discussed about 2225, what it can do, and you can see what it has done. So we also discussed this Tata Consumer. So mm, yeah, Tata Consumer Product. So yeah, so you can see from 565 to around 588 it went to, and yeah, possibly it will continue its up move towards the 600 zone. So, and one stock that actually surprisingly came up in this is, and which was surprisingly breaking down due to this honey related thing. So you can see that kind of kind of got resisted in the 5 week high EMA, but it actually turned around from the. If I go to the daily chart, you will understand better. This, this so it was a week below this, but it actually turned around, and now if it can stay above Dabur of 520, 540 is highly possible. So similarly, Hindustan Unilever can continue to move up, and another stock that can continue to really move up is this stock. This is ITC. I don't like this stock. To be honest, someone was asking yesterday about ITC, but it has so much weight into the FMCG index, and you can see about 210. If it sustains, it can go towards 233 level. So there is possibly still more team left into it. So keep and watch if it stays above 210. So good trade is there. Sorry, I'm just changing the level. Not. Yeah. So 210 if it stays above, have stop loss around 278. It can go towards 233. So keep an eye on this. Now, if I look at all the sectors today, and we discussed two more sectors, if you remember. One is Nifty Realty. So let us see what it has done, and Nifty Bank. So, so this was again. Let me go to the weekly chart. You will understand how the index did, and it may continue towards this from 292 to 330 level. Nifty Realty. Okay, so the up move continues. I will show you charts or stops in this sector. So if I am talking about, uh, so this is the weekly. Okay, so I will show the DLF chart. So DLF, we went long at 213. This is the weekly chart. Let me break it down to the daily chart right now. So what we did is so that where is DLF daily chart? Yeah. So DLF daily chart. So what happened is that yesterday when it broke out about 213, we went long, and again 209 actually hit our stop loss. So again about 2014 we went long, and eventually it went to 220. So but the stock which we are long from much before, and we are still long in it, the TMP is this stock, Godrej Properties. So we continue to remain long, and it continues to move up. So about 1220, I again said if because we were long from 1170 or this kind of level. Okay. So again, when it was broke out, I told on Tuesday that you can go long into it, and it actually went northwards. So this stock may continue towards even higher levels. Okay, so keep an eye on DLF, this, and some other stocks. If I look at in this sector, this is consolidating in the form of I would say a flag pattern. Okay, so slight flag pattern. As soon as the old high is broken out in this market, the breakouts are happening, and breakouts are working very well. So as long as the old high of 337 breaks out, you can again continue to trade into the long direction. The chart is entirely bullish right now. Soha is one stock. Okay, so another sector, if you remember, we told here that this bank Nifty is looking uh, bullish, and I'm repeating is that bank Nifty is looking bullish. So this is the Nifty bank. What it did. Let us look at individual banks. So these are the trades that we in TMP did when it came here. So around 3076. On this day we went long, and we booked around 1401, and we said if it sustained our 407, it could go higher, but unfortunately it actually did not work on the upside. But still it is again in very good support. See, if this line is actually maintained 1370, it can really move up. And another stock in which where we went long, that is Kotak. We are already long in ICICI Bank. So yeah, so Kotak here we went long near the mid Bollinger. There was a slight pullback, you can see. So here we went long in the TMP trading mentorship program, and we are continuing our long trade towards 1950. And personally, I think this stock, given again the Elliott wave, and I'm not going into it because it is not possible for anybody to teach Elliott wave so easily. And again, it is often it comes as erroneous results also. But from that practice only, I'm expecting something level around 2200, 2400 if it sustains about 1950. So very bullish on this ICICI Bank, which is the most bullish of the lot. Yeah, so every day making new high. Yesterday was a very good pullback around towards 500 was a dream entry if someone would have entered. Now, if it sustains our 518, 520, it is possibly going towards this 530 to 570 zone. Again, based on EW, I won't suggest someone to actually look at this. Just look at this that this is a breakout level, and above this, try to tail your stop loss. As long as it continues to close above this 5 day high EMA, you can have this long trade without knowing much about much of the other things also. Okay, so that's one thing. Yeah. Mm. So these are the stocks. In the Bank Nifty important stocks. I talked about FMCG sector also. Yeah, so few stocks we traded in TMP based on individual level. I would like to show you. So one is this when it broke out from this level 4290. From here we went long in this stock. Okay, 4290. So we went long here 4290 from 80. So it went up till this. So almost 10% rally for a stock of around 4,000 to 300. So you can understand. Another stock we were very happy to trade this week was Avenue Supermart. So we went long here when it was breaking out. And it actually gave very good profit to us, and it continues to move up. So fantastic, amazing move. This is providing to us. Okay. So few other stocks that we earlier traded is eClerx, but eClerx went up, but it has come down. What I want to tell you is that see, if I look at the daily chart, so we went long when it had breached this level, 730, 740. It went to 830, and it is possibly again going to break out above 830. You can have a watch on this. Force motor, it traded again in TMP. So it had a phenomenal move. To be honest, we went long above this level, 1240, 1260, and what it did was beyond our expectation. Okay, we unfortunately missed the bus of IRCTC because of lack of movement. I was not tracking it for many days, and thankfully we missed it because we might have entered somewhere here and it would have come down like this. I don't know how we would have managed, but yeah, this up move we definitely missed, I would say, because this was Friday and we did not trade this. So this was initial part of the week. I had a little bit of disappointment that why didn't we take this trade. But now I looking at this chart, I'm feeling relieved that okay, we did not have this trade into the TNP. Okay, so another stock I discussed here, if you remember, so Larsen and Toubro. You remember I said that it has broken out and possibility to go higher, 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 and it continued to go higher, higher and higher. Higher. Okay. So similar stock to Larsen, what was there? I see that Infi is forming such a pattern. Okay. So Infi, yeah. So similar, see breakout and it is resting above this. So as long as it stays our 11,050, yeah, it can have a really fantastic rally. Okay. Another stock is Tata Elxsi. Yeah, so this is a little bit different from whatever, so it has to pull back to this. So if it defends 1580, 1590, we can again see a up move. So we entered this stock earlier, it went higher. We entered around when this breakout happened, but right now again it has pulled back to that breakout zone. So I think it is it can be a quite a good bet in the coming week. Okay, so Sun TV I would like to show because these are looking to me as hidden giant. So yeah, at the cost of this breakout, eventually I don't know. Election is coming in Tamil Nadu. Who will win? God knows. But It has been generally been a case that if DMK is in power, uh, the stock actually price action becomes a little bit bullish. So I don't know who will come, and I'm not expressing any bias also. But what I can see from the chart is that yeah, if it can stay above 520, it can really move up. I would like to look at longer term chart of the stock. So so when unfortunately this was the price action. It happened when unfortunately Jay Jayalalitha was actually lost her life. That time people thought that there can be again situation where the stock can do well, and you can see how the stock behaved. So old stock, but again, as the government continued, that optimism fell down. So I don't know those who are aware of any situation like that. This can again repeat the kind of price behavior. So uh, just keep this stock in notice. Okay. Yeah. So metal stocks are again Tata Steel. I will like to show. See, metal stocks have pulled quite a bit. So Tata Steel, if I go to the daily chart, you can see that the possibility is trying to break out, and keep an eye if the breakouts are 630, it can have a additional bit of rally. Okay, so keep an eye on that. Yeah, so banking we covered, realty we covered. Yeah, autos are not looking great. Auto Maruti, I told you that we had gone long around 6280. So I will show you what Maruti did actually. Uh, yeah, so this is the Maruti stock that we had gone long around 6280 when it was breaking above this. So it had gone to 8,000, now consolidating. So wanted to show you this because see, I have 233 LS. So I track all the stocks here, and actually yesterday we shorted this stock Adani Grain around 1040 45, and you can see or 1036 37. You can see the stock actually today dipped a lot, quite a good in the downside also. The stock that did not do well, which we expected would do very well, is one is RBL Bank. It is still there. Okay. Uh, so RBL Bank, you can see uh, this. We expected that if it can stay above this, so it continued one day and then pulled back. So right now, I think we said here 236, 237. So 236, 237 is again the price you can exit the stock and re-enter if to sustain about 248, 250. Okay, it can really go 60, 70 rupees if it sustains about 250. So have a idea, have a look at this. VDL I want to show you again, weekly chart. It has broken out every day going high. Uh, and due to crude prices going up, I would like to show you this breakout has happened. So possibility is going to 160 level. This is weekly chart. Okay, and this stock has fallen from huge levels. Okay, so have a look at this. Though it has jumped from 90 to 140, don't think that this is the end. It can actually do wonders. And it has been periodically doing this. So I will show you what kind of moves this have. So uh, it can have really massive move because being a commodity stock, and given if COVID vaccine comes and if the crude oil goes up, it can really move up. Okay, one stock is also doing good is Asian Paint. Now there are two a little bit of fundamental I want to tell you. The stock is going up. There is no doubt about this. This stock is going up, but main raw material is crude oil, and crude oil is going up. So it is, there are two conflicting factors. One is the housing sales are great, so it is a lot of people are buying houses. So it can happen that the overall demand growth would actually be much more than the raw material impact. But uh, to me, that there is a kind of headwind from crude oil front, so keep an eye. Okay, so we also traded IOC this week. So we bought at 93, it went to around 96, again in the resistance zone. But if it really stays above this 100 odd level, or 97, 98 odd level, it can really do wonders. I would assume it can go to much higher levels. And one more stock, yeah, just 40, yeah, Escorts. So possibly this is on the verge of a breakout. Have a look at this level from which it has come. So it can either bounce from here. So you can see RSI is not yet below 50. So either it can bounce from here and go towards 1450 again, or it is a double top, it can fall. So if you want to have some bearish trades, and if it breaks down below this 1345 level, you can try your luck with some put options, or you can uh, try to have some trade on the downside. So have a look at it. Looking weak to me, but until unless RSI is below 50, don't try to sell it. Yeah, let the coordinate be 50. Yeah, so it is just below that. So until and unless it is below 41 or 42, it can possibly bounce back. But below 50 and breaking this price level, you can obviously look for some sell trades, because all the stocks won't go up together. Okay, so this stock which can actually go on the downside. Yeah, Siemens India Limited. So again, trying to make a new high. So we traded this stock. Okay, so when it broke out, now might be losing momentum. So no new view in this stock, I would say. Okay. So this is about it. For next week, I have discussed a few of the stocks that I think can be workable on the IT. I said that it is Infi. On the FMCG side, I have told you a bunch of stocks, and the general private banks in the case of, yeah, one more stock I forgot you. So yesterday, last week it was 264, and I told you that okay, see this level is crossed to around 264. It is possibly going to move higher towards this 98, 300, and I will show you a weekly chart of this. See, it has crossed this zone, so possibly it will go to 340 also eventually. Okay, so SBI have a keen look at it. So 264, we are still long in it. We have the stock in the TMP with us. So just carrying on. We are again having this stock, Marico. Okay, so this is the weekly chart, Marico moving up, and we think it would again move up at 415, 420. Only it came down due to this honey fiasco, both this and Dabur, but now moving on the upside. So quite a number of stocks. I think you will have a great trading week. Pidilite is also another stock which can again break all-time high. Have a look at it, because all these stocks which are house related, and real estate is really selling in that one. So above 720, it can itself move above 720, and the I'm looking at the daily chart once again. So yeah, though it was a negative day, but possibly moving towards 720 and staying above 720 can go much, much higher. Good stock. One of the stocks we went long much earlier around 1420, 1460. So it actually dipped this week. Yeah, Bata India. So please 1420, 1460 we went long in tranches. First tranche here, above this another tranche. It is consolidating. Possibly it will again break out and move on the higher side. So quite a bit of stocks I have discussed with you. Uh, have a eye on them, and possibly you will actually have this kind of momentum continuing for next 2 months into the market with a huge money flow possibly coming. So that's from my part. Would like to take few of the question. Not again, not stock related question, generic question about the market, how to trade, all these things you can ask, but I won't be able to tell you stock specific question, because stock specific, if you have any doubt, you can post in the StockEdge Club anytime and we will answer. And so stock specific question I would be answering here. The procedural question I can answer. And again, please understand that it is not, it is a joint session of StockEdge Club and TNP. So it is not possible to actually detail a subject in entirety in this session, in this short session. So smaller questions we will be happy to answer, but for bigger questions or very if it, from basic knowledge oriented, we don't have the scope to answer all those questions in this small session. So I was going through few of the feedbacks last week. So I understood that some of you wanted to know more detailed about few of the things. But it is not possible. You have to understand the scope of the session. So great. So questions time start now. Thank you. So do you suggest? Here is the question. Just a second. Do you suggest entry at mid Bollinger Band on the long side typically? Depends. So depends on the structure of the stock, but often if overall structure is bullish, I often tell that. Okay. Sir, I was long on many stocks. You mentioned it, and today and yesterday move and closed most of the some profit and some loss. How to overcome fear? How to overcome fear? See, fear comes when you don't trade with a plan. Okay, don't put a such big a position where you can lose more than 1% of your capital in a trade. Okay, so don't have too many positions at a time. Have 4 5 stocks at a time, and if you are having, don't in each stock, see, five of your won't go wrong. Okay, so if 2% of the stop loss in one stock, so 2%, if 2%, so make sure that take that much quantity only, the 2% negative move doesn't take more than 1% of your capital size. So if you manage capital, hold appropriate amount of stocks, it won't be fearful to you. But if you are over trading to actually gain in a small amount of time, it will be difficult for you. Which sector to look into for next week? Any new sectors to look into? I said that FMCG, uh, uh, FMCG you should look into, banking you should look into, and realty you should look into. Which look quite bullish. And apart from that, a few of the stocks I discussed, which are not in particular sector, but they also look bullish, like Infi uh, and such like that. E-Clubs, I told you. Yeah. Mo- Mother market is having a consolidation, but it doesn't affect us that much, because the factor is that there is so much money that can easily move our market, but may not be sufficient to move their market at right now, until the hangover over Trump or Biden is concluded, because they are still fighting. So possibly when this goes away, they will move up, because the last day for uh, Donald Trump, I think is 6th of January. So after that, I think either Biden or Donald Trump, either of them would take office and there would be clarity and the mother market will move away. So just hold on for some time because if you type a lot of questions, I will miss. There are already unanswered questions. So hold on until unless I answered all of this and then you please put your questions. So Rajkumar Srinivasan ji is how to build. So Rahul Sindeji is asking how to build confidence to take any trade psychologically. See, it is a very broad subject, and I don't know that how I should answer. But one thing I can tell you is that there is a one book and which I refer to everyone, and which is best book in trading and trading psychology, not technicals. And I think everybody should read this book. And this is like a Bible of or Gita of I would say. Uh, or Granth Sahib of trading, whatever way you want to take it. It is trading in the zone. So read this book at least 5 times over a period of 5 years. At least 5 times or even more. Okay, trading in the zone. This is the book. Read this book. Okay, so you can buy from Flipkart. You can uh, buy an ebook from there also. So you can look for this. So trading in the zone, Mantle Douglas. Amazing book. Uh, this is an amazing book. Like any mental doubt should go away after reading this book. So all who are looking for psychological aspects or barriers in trading, just read these books at least twice initially, and then every year read it once. So personally, I have benefited, and like I know like thousands or 10,000s of people say that they have benefited. There are very few people who are making money into the market. So I won't say lakhs of people benefited, but yeah, all who are serious traders got benefited. This is an amazing book. Read this. In TMP also, I told all of them to read this book. So go through it. This might help you. Rahul Shahane ji. Yeah. Regarding Honda Motor in the whole week, it is again and again hit the resistance. In this behavior, will it move up or down? Again, I said that I won't answer any stock specific question here, sir. You can ask that in the club, we will answer. With 2% stop loss, there would be 50 stocks in the portfolio to trade. But don't trade 50 stocks, na. If you have only five stocks, then once you exit from uh, them, because it is not humanly possible to track 50 stocks. So don't track 50 stocks. The first five that comes your way, you like them. You in TMP, every day I give around 3 to 7 trades. Out of them, whichever we like to trade, most of them are working very fine. So pharma rally done or some steam left. Right now, a little bit of consolidation is going on, but it can go. Uh, can swap ICICI Bank with Axis? Yeah, I wanted to discuss this talk. I was trying to recall which one I was missing, and actually I missed Axis Bank. So I'm not looking at this talk because someone told me, because I personally wanted to discuss this and I forgot it. Okay. So see, what we told also last week that there was a kind of a triangle formation. It broke out, it came back. Now this is pulling back the back nifty a little bit, holding back until and unless it sustains above this 630 zone. Difficult for it to rally further. So have a look at it. Okay, sure. So I wanted to, because this is a prime member. I don't know why I forgot this. Okay, thanks for reminding me. So we should, because bank Nifty being a prime index, we should every session we would like to discuss the stocks. Okay, yeah. So Views on today's fall, any bearishness or just stop loss hunting? Yeah, see, market won't, if market has to move to 14,400, if it moves up 100 points every day, then there won't be any space left to move after 2 weeks. Okay. So this is a natural correction. I don't think market has become bearish anyway, at least as long as 13,400 is protected. Fuel and metal sector, sir, it is halting. It is halting. I think it can halt until and unless breakout of this week's high. Today, this week was a doji kind of formation. So look at this weekly candle was doji. Okay. How to find investment of sector rotation? Like a few months back, IT was rallying now, and really steel, reality as to how to find for sector rotation. So look at all the sectoral charts. There are 7, 8 sectors. So last week, looking at the pharma, we say sorry, FMCG, we said it would break out. So looking at the chart would help. Otherwise, how would you know? With December end coming, any suggestion on auto ancillary stock? What is the relation of December end with auto and ancillary stocks? I think new models are launched in Jan, right? So I don't find, see, I don't know all these things. These are fundamental things, okay? Uh, Chartically, I don't see any activity, and I think you were in TMP also, right, JSG? So if I find any breakout, I will immediately inform there. Sir, I don't understand how you use 5 EMA high and 5 EMA low because we use different time EMA crossover. Sir, it is depend on person to person what want to use. There are 10,000 indicators and the way you want to use, because see, when I look at any chart, if it stays above 5 period high EMA, it is moving higher. So I find it bullish, and if it stays below 5 period low EMA, it is bearish, and if it is closing in between, it is lagging momentum. So that's how I see it. Now, see, lagging momentum because closing within 5 period high EMA, low EMA. Now, you may like it or not like it. This works for me. If you like it, you may use it, or you can find any other indicator which works for you. It is fine. Yeah, Digambarji. Please see Axis Bank also. Double top. No, not the double top or anything like that. But yeah, pulled back to the support level. How much percent of capital should the index trading and stock trading? It depends totally on person to person. I know few people who only trade index. I know few people who only trade stock. So it is, there is no standard answer to this. See, if you ask uh, uh, Rahul Dravid that what percentage of your uh, 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 runs in a century should be boundaries, it would be 20-25%, 20-30%, right? If you ask Virendra Sehwag, it will be 75%. So you cannot compare this. These are completely individualistic things. I don't think there is a standard answer to this. Atul Gokhale ji. Yeah. Sir, your advice for trading spread, please. I spread trading, I think you have to contact, if you are talking about option spreads, you have to contact Beta Chetan Panchami. I think. He is a better guy to answer this question. I am not into that much of options, so I won't answer this. Brexit deal is again, I don't know what is happening in Brexit. I don't read any news, sir. So fundamentals, I don't have any knowledge, any understanding, except for macroeconomical things, these political, geopolitical things. Only for oil, I understand a little bit. Otherwise, I still don't have much idea about what Brexit is and why it is happening. I just don't put my energy into things which I don't understand. Yeah. So yeah. So thanks. So I think all the questions that you had, you have asked. There are no more questions. If you have any more questions, you can ask, or we can goodbye to each other, and we will see next week, and possibly we will have very good next trading week, and possibly the market would again continue to move higher. Gold, okay, it is an asset class. Let me discuss on a weekly time frame. I'm not discussing this because of the asset class. It would be nice to have an idea about it. See, it is breaking down in daily time frame, and as long. What is this? It is something else. Gold all. Okay. Yeah, it is breaking down. It is breaking down. It is weak. Okay. We go to weekly time frame, and I want to say something on daily time frame. Yeah, so this is the support zone, 1770 to 1750. If it halts, it is okay. Otherwise, God save gold. Because this unlimited money printing is taking away the concept of risk from the market. Mm, it can fall to 1600 also. In that case, if it continues to fall below 1750. Looks like that in a weekly chart. Bullish only above it stays above 1950, 1920. Until then, it is quite bearish. Not small time bearish, but quite bearish. Yeah, that's it about gold. RSI below 50, you can see it is sustaining. So weekly chart is bearish. Yeah. Not stock related view, Vineet Mahajan. You can put in club or you can put in TMP. I will answer to that. Not here, please. Can we discuss on types of gap? Types of gap is a very quickly we can discuss. So I am telling you, date fund index. I really don't have idea. Yeah. So types of gap I can quickly tell you. Uh, though generally if there is a gap up, see Vedanta. Okay, daily chart. Look at it. No, there are not many gaps. DLF, not many gaps. Indigo. Yeah, so sometimes what happens is that if there is the good news out of consolidation, these are breakaway gaps and they generally don't get filled. Here you can see the Indigo gap was never filled. It came close to here and it was good buying point and it went up. Okay. Now, these gaps are generally good for uh, uh, market breakaway gap. Initially, market flies a lot. Okay. I will show you the Nifty chart here. We have few gaps in Nifty. So these are the, so these are actually runaway gaps. So what happens is that during the continuation movement of time, there a continuous gap up and market goes up continuously. Okay, and towards the end and within a range, these common gaps occur. They don't have any significance, and I will show you the chart of IRCTC. See, though there was not gap, but what happens is that suppose there was some gap, these are exhaustion gaps. Okay, so this gap was actually reversed with a gap only. Very bad example to be honest. Uh, like this. So these gaps created were ultimately concluded. So these are exhaustion gaps. So these gaps were created by on close, though not gaps because yesterday price but gap up opening was there, but this gap was actually eventually breached a few days later. So these are exhaustion gaps. Not much useful until and unless gaps are happening. This breakaway gaps, which I showed you in Nifty. So yeah, from a range breakaway gaps and these are runaway gaps. Every day gaps are happening and market moving on. So these kind of gaps are quite useful. Now, someone is asking that can market consolidate here a little bit? Yeah, it can come to 350, 340. But below that looks a bit difficult at this moment of time. It looks quite a bit within an upward. Yeah. So question. No, there is not volatility. Market moves fast when there are gaps. Yeah, previous class recording is in the StockEdge YouTube channel. You can also ask the support team. You can look at the previous class video also. Uh, Dharmaraju Nayak ji. Any possibilities to go short in any sector? I told you that escorts can be a possible short. See, stocks like ACC are looking weak, so possibly you can short here. It can come to 1574. If it sustains below 1574, it can fall deeply. All cement stocks due to this result, due to this issue of CCI commission, something raid was there. So below 240 again Ambuja becomes weak. So cement is a bit weak. It is looking. Though I did not discuss because I thought that this was a news related thing, and anytime reverse news comes that they have given clean sheet, it would bounce. That's why I didn't tell you. But yeah, all the cement stocks are looking quite weak. Just at the channel support, if you can see. Uh, so yeah, if dips below mid Bollinger, it can fall. So overall, cement is looking a bit weakish due to this CCI related news. See, Dow is down 300 points. Yesterday it was down something, and today our market is down only 30. So actually 30 it was up, now it is down. So our market is quite bullish, looking quite bullish. Yeah. So yes, thanks. So that's it for today. Have a great trading week ahead. We will again come back and discuss stocks next week. And hopefully the stocks we discuss will perform good for you in the coming week. Look at, keep an eye on VDL. Yeah. So reminding again. Yeah, yeah, sure. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks all. Thanks, Sandeep. Thanks, Kapilji, Atulji, everybody. Bye. Take care.